first question was kind of two parts, and it does kind of bleed into our second question. How do you develop existing business and maintain relationships when your clients are hurting or canceling events? Some of the key words, again, were flexibility and creativity. We talked about versus giving back deposits or giving back cancellations, reworking them. One instance I had was a client who canceled a Christmas party, so now this year what we did, as opposed to giving them their money back, they're doing a meeting with me this month. So we just worked it into something else so that we could keep that revenue and help them out. Another idea was taking those costs or deposits and spreading them out over the year to help them, and to basically maybe rethink things. When they're hurting and they need help with something, maybe in the past they did a formal evening event, now they do a fun daytime event or something like that. So again, just some ways to be a little more flexible and to let them know that you really care about them and that you're going to stick with them. One of the most important comments that came up to us from meeting planners was, stick with us through the bad times. So of course, everything that we would ever want to do for them in the good times, we need to do doubly in the bad. So that was sort of our answer to helping with the hurting and the canceling of events. The other, how do you develop existing business? That was actually part of question one. But the first of question two is, what is the most effective way of reaching the corporate market right now? Print ads, web ads, backyard marketing, grassroots, social media, word of mouth, live events, or at all. The first thing that we got at our table was going back to basics. A lot of the people at our table are cold calling. They're going back to neighborhood clients. They're visiting with them. They're taking cookies. They're taking pizza. A lot of telephone calling has come back up again, even if it's just short phone calls to touch base with them. Another suggestion was pulling all of your clients from last year and going ahead and trying to get them to rebook and to incent them with their rebooking. Then the second part of that question was, of course, what is the most effective way of reaching it? The number one thing that was important to us was what we've all talked about today, and that was the websites. Making sure they're completely up to date, making sure you're at the top of the search engines. We had some great statistics at our table about how important that is and how that's really just the way things are going to be. And Facebook. Facebook was the number one thing that came up. And I will admit, I was the first one that said, I'm still a little confused as to why my company would be on Facebook. And fortunately for us, we had Zach at our table. He had a couple of great ways to explain Facebook to someone like me. He said, it's eventually going to be our new yellow pages, or he said, think of it as a virtual mall. I said, you know what, the minute you tell it to me like that, I get it. So, so far I've just run into somebody I knew like 20 years ago. That was kind of fun, but I didn't get how it related to businesses and organizations. So I think what he was saying in the nicest way to me was, it's not going away, it's really important. So I think we need to certainly start focusing on that.